Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals of the StarLadder I-League Invitational Season 4 EU qualifiers. It's Team Kinguin facing off against PENTA Sports. I am Luminous, joined by Ailson, and these are the two teams that have crushed their opponents on their way here. PENTA especially has looked really impressive. I think their support movement has been some of the most efficient stuff I've seen, so I'm really looking forward to this matchup. And Team Kinguin, I think, getting off to pick their two most successful heroes, the Tidehunter and Medusa.
This is a very interesting start. Not often do you see two cores picked up right off the bat, so...
Yeah, I think this just shows how much confidence they have in these heroes. And it seems like they are at their best when Kinguin could just group up and do their 5-man strategy. And I think these are the two best heroes in the current metagame, just for that.
Yeah, both of them very solid. See how Penta reacts. I'm really surprised to see Penta here, though. I haven't seen them in quite a while, but the last time I did see them, it was about, I'd say, like 3 months ago. And they were still kind of like, you know, a newly formed team, kind of just improving. So, very surprised to see how much improvement they've made in such a short period of time.
Yeah. People do change, you know, Steven.
10 seconds remaining.
So, speaking of counter push, I think OD, especially against Medusa, is probably one of the best hero. But he needs to get to Blink and Pike. Once you have those two items, you Blink in, you Pike the Medusa, and then you hit her 4 to 5 times. And that's a lot of int you could stack up before the fight. Medusa is definitely one of the heroes that is very susceptible to OD.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
that's...
Radiant team
I think that's just simplifying the matter. What ends up happening is that Team Kinguin wins a lot of lanes early on. And we'll see if Penta Sports could, you know, fight against them on that front.
team pick.
Oh, these picks are just coming out rapidly. Well, Bloodlust Medusa. I wonder if this is one of those games where they just like do everything they can to make the Medusa unstoppable. Maybe they go
10
like for a
seconds
Drow
remaining.
lineup or a Venge lineup, where you just kind of amplify your Medusa, make sure she's always going to be safe, does more damage.
Drow sounds very good, I think Venge sounds really good, in the sense that none of these heroes can be too active at fighting, and Venge definitely fills that gap.
I definitely like the Medusa Venge like core combo. Venge just gives them Medusa damage, and then also kind of like that sacrificial hero, where worst case scenario, if your Medusa really needs it, you can swap them out.
I think Tiny is also one of those heroes that's fairly similar, where Tiny gets to walk around and create space for the Medusa, pick off random people.
I think that's kind of like a different playstyle, though. Like when you have a Venge, you're just running around together. But Timbersaw.
All right, that's very interesting. I
think
mean,
they
we saw
want to match it
Kinguin
up against the
ban.
Tide, right?
Yes, I guess safe lane Timber.
10 seconds remaining.
I guess Anchor Smash doesn't do anything when you have
Seconds remaining.
the stacks of armor, right?
Yeah, it does something, but it's not going to like beat out Whirling Death, right? You're just gonna lose to Whirling Death.
All right.
Radiant team back.
Pit Lord is the final ban. We did see Kinguin struggle quite a bit against DD when they had it was a safe lane Pit Lord there.
That was a mid lane pillar.
Oh, it was. I mean,
It's a
it was
tri-lane
everywhere.
versus tri-lane.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Any kind of carry hero that
5
you
seconds
think that
remaining.
Penta is looking for, or rather off lane for them in that case? Like, what is their lineup missing right now?
It doesn't necessarily have to be an offlaner. I mean, you can always just swap roles with your offlaner, and you know, have them do the 1v1, and then
Sure.
do that dual lane, aggro tri-lane, whatever you want. They definitely want another core that can perhaps bypass a Ravage.
So some sort of innate BKB buyer, or
Radiant team
I don't know. Like they ban out the Venge though, so no Venge. Do they have enough for a Medusa here? I'm wondering.
Damage-wise, I think they do. OD and Timbersaw is a lot of damage.
But even more damage.
Even more.
10 seconds remaining.
Watch, they're gonna pick a hero that does even more
5
damage.
seconds
Probably.
remaining.
What can they save lane here? I was thinking like Luna just to aggro, but I don't think it's that great.
Seems like it'll eat up a lot of farm.
I'm actually not too sure. What would be great here?
Dire team pick.
Lycan. Does that consider as more damage?
I
think so, yeah.
I think so.
You just run up to Dusa with Necrobooks, burn her
That's
mana.
that's your Tidehunter bypass.
Yeah.
Run really fast. Or buy BKB.
10 seconds.
It puts a lot of pressure on these like Rubik Ogre heroes as well. Can you actually
5 seconds
Bloodseeker
remaining.
here as Team Kinguin? Because Bloodseeker is amazing against both Timber and Lycan.
I think Bloodseeker's actually pretty good here. I mean, like, you can even Bloodseeker just for your Medusa, too. Like, it's actually not that bad. Like, if you know that she's in a good spot, you just Blood Rage her and she does, like, 1,000,000 damage, right?
You see them running at you, put the Blood Right on top of the Dusa. Come at me, bro. Why don't we see more Bloodseekers anymore? I guess Rupture aren't really good against heroes that just stand on the ground and fight. Ooh, it's gonna be a Brood instead. Is this a good Brood game?
Well, I mean, apart from Timbersaw, not much for AoE clear.
Yeah.
There
and
is-
the OD matchup is terrible for OD, right?
I actually wonder if it's actually that bad.
I mean, what the hell is OD gonna do?
Like, you can actually, I think you can actually skip Astral, right? Like, if you skip Astral and you go Orb and Aura,
And hit the spiders?
like, you'll one-shot spiders. Yeah, you one-shot spiders.
I mean, yes.
know if that's enough, though.
If it's 5 or 6 come running, you're fine. But I don't know. I've watched over players like Ramsey and Notel in the Summit, and this sounds like an atrocious matchup that you should be able to dominate.
You probably you know better than I do then. So
I mean, I think it's a terrible matchup for OD, but I also thought that TA was a terrible matchup for Brood. But then TA just sideplayed all the Broods and was like, had 100 CS in like 8 minutes. Alright, the standard Jackie Mao pause. This is what I'm calling it.
that's what you call it. This is like the standard every game pause.
No, when Fnatic plays, it is. Even when they're not the one pausing, like if they're in a game, there's just a pause.
Even when they're not in a game, there's just a pause.
Or sorry, that's why. Even when Jackie Mao is not pausing, like their team is not pausing, it's just the fact that they're in the game creates a pause.
Yeah, so this Brood is just gonna have to like dodge some. I think you just want to match him up against like the Timber. Or, sorry, you don't want to match him against the Timber. You want to put him against maybe the Tri Lane, for example.
Well, Timber is
Or
going to be
mid.
going in mid. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brood has been playing mid
Hey.
in most of the games I've seen. And there's already quite a bit of difference in terms of the starting item build. Ramsey and No-Tail buys like 3 to 4 clarity. And then goes for the Soul Ring. But it looks like he's went for the Stout Shield instead. Okay, smoke up here, looking for the first blood. They're invading the jungle. Sand King, does he have boots? Yes, he does.
The Burrow Strike, but I think that's about it.
Ooh, lift, toss him back.
Oh, he gets a Nightmare off in time. Really nicely done.
Yeah, and I think that should be a very easy kill. Katsor, gonna be going down. Did force RMM to steal the Nightmare, which is like not that useful after that first blood, but I think it's still worth it here for the team.
Yeah, I think so too.
Looks like OD should be able to grab this rune. Patos is gonna get Astro.
The battle begins.
That'll be it.
Level 1 Bloodlust.
Top lane. Eliza gonna be going down here as well. Mystic Snake? There is no Mystic Snake. Man.
His trade methods have finally not worked. Can you make it up? No. Can you make it up?
If Kotscore body block really well? Nope. Level 1 Bloodlust. Alright, right from the get-go, 2 clean kills here for Penta. Watching how both of the teams played in the last couple of days, I think actually Penta is favored in this matchup.
Oh, really?
Penta's been just playing well, and Kinguin is like, I don't want to say scraping by, but they haven't really looked their best.
I definitely agree with that. Because I've seen what they can do, and like the last series was not much of an indicator of what they could do.
Today hasn't really been. I mean, the first game was. First game looked great. Alright, Trialing versus Trialing up top. They're going to start things off with the Burrow Strike on Ogre. Now they're going to turn it around. All of a sudden, Sand King, a lot of trouble. Defensive Nightmare coming out, and they're going to try to right-click him down. They do. That is just good recognition for a kill, because just right-clicks for most of the heroes there.
Level 1 Bloodlust didn't work.
Mid lane Boogie has a reactive armor, so he shouldn't really worry about too much of anything.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those brood games where you just kind of get your spiders together and send them off to the side camp. Just farm up a storm.
By the way, guys, this is going to be a best of 3 finals, not a best of 5. Just want to make sure that everyone at home is getting the correct information. How is this matchup happening on the bottom lane? I think OD is going to struggle, right? Because, oh wow, TIE Hunter! Oh, look at all these creeps! That is experience that OD is never going to get back. Ever.
Wow, what's happening? He just... Dude, he took so much damage, but...
Wait. OD's going to go back for the experience. Okay, no harm, no foul.
I mean, this is damage on the tower, right?
Yeah. How did TIE double wave him so hard?
Under attack.
Anchor smash, no damage comes through.
Yeah, I say still though, TIE is forcing this OD in a very awkward position, but OD is last sitting under the tower very well. Looking good.
He's gonna farm everything. And it's so easy for him to last hit because everything is anchor smash. Look at it. Oh no!
Oh no, he missed one. He wasn't watching.
Alright, we're too focused on that other lane. Nisha goes down. What? Boogie went down in the mid lane. What is happening? There's
How is that
kills everywhere.
possible? I mean, the Deuce going down is pretty big as well. But how did Timber go down? I guess 2 reactives not enough.
Yeah, I guess 2 reactive is not enough. You know, in this matchup, I feel like getting Timber Chain isn't even worth it, personally.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing really to chain to. And whirling deafing the spiders, like, absolutely does nothing. They regen so fast. Like, look at them. They're mostly back to full again. Oh,
You know
shit.
what-
Dude,
you know what
Penta... Buki is just, like, getting out, absolutely outlasted. Like, me. There's just no damage that he could do. Look at it. It's just full denies. 13 deny already. And these solo lanes are going super well. I guess he's using the chain for that, but...
I mean, what does that accomplish?
oh my god. Armor? It don't matter.
It's like you said, just having 1 point of each.
Oh my god, look at his HP.
Oh,
I mean, he got 5 CS. Pretty good. But look at this deny, dude. Boogie? Uh-oh. He's out of mana.
Radiant structure.
This OD is getting wrecked down here, by the way. You know it's rough when Patos is just backstroking in front of your tower. Oh, he's going for the pull again, though.
Yeah, he's fine for the most part.
Can't deny.
Oh, that's like 8 CS on Boogie on the mid lane. For like every 2-3 creeps that Exotic Dare denies. Oh god, DNZ comes in and look at that Spider Army, oh my goodness. Will Burrow strike in? That's a kill if he has Spawn Spiderling. Doesn't even need
Doesn't
it.
even need it. Yeah, he has a medallion.
Thanks for the
More than-
feed, bro. Biggie. The fact that he has 28 armor, or 28 HP regen per second, and this Brood is still like constantly keeping him at half HP, that is just insane.
Alright, well, he is level 6 now, so having the chakram means that he definitely has enough damage to kill off these Spiderlings, so Exotic Deer has to be a little more careful. Oh! Sending him warning shot.
Oh my goodness. That's
this
them
is where- this is
Spiderlings
where-
though. Yeah, you can't go ham anymore. Need them spiders to regen, but here comes a backstab. Boogie gonna get lifted back. It's a 4-man gang with the Ravage even committed. They want him good. They want him dead. And Boogie drops. And it's with the siege unit. So
This is so worth it though, yeah, like they do this every single time, and
Yeah.
this is gonna be so much damage on the mid-tier 1.
it might just be dead. 10 seconds till the TP comes back in, and I mean all the spiders gonna just focus on the building. Oh my god, this tier 1 might go down, and now the support's rotating up top. Oliver doesn't have that shapeshift just yet. He pops a howl for himself. Lift back. Medusa's gonna be there. Mystic Snake bouncing on all of them. Oliver is gonna pop that magic wand, and he'll barely make it out of there. Meanwhile, tier 1 mid looks like it is gonna go down. The siege unit gets the last hit on that one, and now with the tier 1 down, Exotic there gets 2 Ancient Camp to work with. This is looking great here for Team Kinguin.
Yeah, definitely. Where is... Oh, yeah, Pontos is doing well as well. Looks like everyone is actually pretty happy with where they are for Kinguin. I mean, this Lycan actually has a lot of farm though. Didn't notice this, but he has been doing very well for himself in this offlane.
He does, but does he have good hero matchup during the fights? I think Brewmother doesn't care too much about him. Ty doesn't care too much about him. He's only really good against Medusa. Medusa can protect himself, sort of.
I mean, I think his job isn't to really, go for some of these heroes. Like he can, it's kind of like up to his team to, focus fire. Like if he sees a stun on someone, he's gonna go for that target. If he sees a grip on someone, he goes for them.
Fair enough. Exotic there now farming the Ancients.
Oh, Patos missed the stun, but I think he's still gonna go down.
Oh. Alright. 3-man gang. Sorry, I keep focusing on the mid lane, watching this Brood.
Radiant's
No.
middle tower.
Something that we see out of the way that at least No-Tail plays is after he is done with one lane, he switches lane, which is like pretty rare for a Brewmother. And I do wonder if that's exactly what Exotic Dare is doing. TP out. Alright. Bane is going to complete that one. Look at all of these webs spent just for the jungle. It's a spider highway. Yep,
This
he's
is
bottom
the
lane
spot.
now.
I think he's gonna go straight for Desolator, right? That's what
Dire's middle
Yep.
tower.
the standard build is.
Desolator and then back into an MOM. And then the timing is you take Roche then.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Starting to look a little dangerous for this Tidehunter though. Once the OD got some levels, the Arcane Orb just does so much damage against the Tidehunter.
I mean, that's why they
There's
lane
a lot of
switch.
heroes up here though.
Under attack.
The whole team is up here.
And Medusa trying to get a little bit of mana back, but look at Oliver just running straight at Nisha. Juking into the trees, has the magic wand, not using it just yet. He's fine for now. Poured out. Burrow Strike's gonna be DNZ. Gonna complete in the very last second. Medusa's gonna go down. Katsor gonna eat a ult as well. Oh my god. Double kill for Oliver. Meanwhile, Boogie has constantly been right-clicking this tier 1 mid. Too bad he has 71 damage. So this tower is just like whatever.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah,
And,
I think, taking buildings is not really Timbersaw's greatest strength, but
Oh, the backstroke.
you know the funny thing is he's actually still not that bad at it because he can do this, right? He just sits underneath the tower and slowly whittles it away because he doesn't lose health from it.
Dire's
Yeah, he
middle
doesn't.
tower is under
And
attack.
honestly, he's not too worried about getting ganked under the tower either.
Radiant's bottom
Exotic there now farming
tower
up
is under
the neutrals as he creates more space for the team.
Yeah, and that's a Desolator about to finish up.
Mid lane, spiders are here. Ravage gonna be available, and that's gonna be a kill. That was a max range Ravage. Yeah, just a little bit away from Shiver.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, at what point do you think they can actually kill Boogie?
I
You
mean,
think
they can kill
Desolator
him.
helps?
They can kill him. It's just like how much do you want to commit to kill him?
They're committing.
But they have the damage.
Alright, they're not gonna go for it. Meanwhile, it looks like Oliver able to pick up a kill up top on Katsur. Oliver, shapeshift, wants to run in with the Necro Books. Really? Going in like this? It's gonna be a grip on the back line. But Oliver's super low, and now RM is stuck there by himself. RM's gonna... Well, you can't Nightmare deny yourself anymore. It doesn't do any damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think what the plan there was they wanted to like go for the trade. Like they knew they were gonna make trades happen, but they wanted to kill Jason more than anything. And unfortunately, Oliver's just a little too low to make that
Yep.
trade happen.
The lanes are all really messed up here as we have... Oh, Exotic there might be in a little bit of trouble. He really wants that Black Dragon. We'll find it. And now he's gonna hug this, like, cliff, going from low ground to high ground.
Radiant's top tower
Normally,
is under attack.
Brewmother players leg webs down the lane. He leg webs this way. So he can transition from lane to lane. Oh my goodness. This marauding Brewmother
Radiant's
doing
top
work.
tower is under attack.
He's gonna change up his build. He's gonna go for Radiance.
Radiance, interesting. We saw a Radiance Lifestealer the other day as the first item. I believe from Penta
Radiant
Esport.
structures are fortified.
That was very interesting.
From Penta.
Yeah.
Oh no! I think the reason why you see the Radiance on Lifestealer is because it's Oliver playing it.
Why?
Um,
Is that his thing?
It's his thing. He literally like buys Radiance on everything. Like there's only a select few heroes that he doesn't do it on, Lycan being one of them. But almost for everything else, he'll buy a Radiance. Yeah, I think at least I think that's what it was. I remember Lyrical telling me about this, which is you know, I mean I definitely agree with it. Radiance is such a good item, dude. It does everything.
So can you talk about the Radiance Brood? Because we haven't seen this for a while. And, you know, why is that, like, let's say, better in this case compared to the Desolator?
Oh, Oliver, what thought? Not gonna catch him. Alright, he's gone. I'm actually not too sure what the main draw of the Radiance is here. Like it's gonna help you farm like a little faster, I think. But in terms of like what it provides you in team fight, and you're not like Radiance mantaing or anything, right? You don't have illusions or anything, so
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
you're just gonna be running around in team fights burning people, I suppose.
I would say the Desolator is more effective for what he's doing right now, right?
Yeah,
Brewmother
I
is
think so, too.
very objective-based hero. And having the Desolator takes Roshan much faster too, but I mean, it is one of the fastest Radiance timing in the game, so can't really argue against that.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, we'll see how he transitions out of this Radiance. I'm sure the idea will present itself
Is under
soon.
attack.
Maybe baiting up a hill, and here comes no damage actually. Okay, stolen chakram, and that is some damage they need. All right, Katsur.
See, that's what they needed the Radiance for. To ignore the reactive armor and just burn him.
All right. Oh, that thought. Sorry. Pato's able to find a Bane kill up top. I mean, right now the Broodmother is creating so much space for the Medusa. They ping out Oliver on the mid lane. Shapeshift is down for 30 more seconds. And the backstroke on Patos. Anybody coming in? Katsor is going to be here as well. The webs are joining in. They could Ravage here. If they want. No, Ravage on cooldown, excuse me. Epicenter being used on the back line, and Oliver, oh my goodness, his damage just dropping. Okay, Oliver finally goes down. Exotic there picks up a double for the team.
Unfortunately for Katsor, he accidentally killed the Necrobook and killed himself.
Oh. So I think very well worth it. And Exotic there has been moving around the map more than any other Broodmother I've seen. Like, he's constantly so low on webs. Because he just needs to, like, plant it again and again. But look at his net worth. And he's creating so much space for the rest of the team.
Yeah, I think like the thing it seems to be just he just wants to farm faster. Like he's just burning creeps, like running up and down this entire map. And I guess like it just makes it so that his team is able to farm their side of the map. Like he's probably just using this to farm enemy jungle.
I guess objectively speaking, if you're looking to take towers and no one there is to defend because you're so good at just like pushing out waves and everything, like it doesn't matter if you have a Death or not. It'll be a little bit slower, but you know, it's all fine. He's got 2k going. He's gone for the phase boots. Normally Broodmother player even skip boots altogether, but hey, he's constantly off web, so who knows. Oh my god, this one creep though, it's gonna take down your entire spider army.
No, it's fine. I feel like the boots thing is like just a preference thing. Yeah. I definitely agree with you. Like it's so value here because he's actually moving around so much. Oh, grip on Nisha. Can they get here in time to save him? He doesn't have enough mana to Stone Gaze.
Yeah, he's just gone. And now it's gonna be the big Broodmother. Oh no, big Broodmother needs to run from Lycan.
He has no webs.
Alright, good stun here from Katsor. Buying a little. Oh, Shapeshift stolen here. Katsor's gonna be fine. Exotic there might not be as fine though. That phase boot really coming into handy right now. Radiance burn, causing them a miss, but that is gonna be a big kill. Unstoppable streak gone. DNZ picks that one up. Almost 600 gold. And the lack of webs, the constant lane switching is really coming to bite his butt right now. Yeah. Normally, Broom never dies there.
Wait,
he just died. He died in Necrobook again. All right. This is some straight up throw here. Penta could actually like get this tier 2. Looks like they won't be able to get the tier 3 or anything. The respawn time is too low. But that was a 4-man kill.
It should have only been 2. That was really funny.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about Broodmother is that she's able to take the map so fast, so quickly. But once she dies like 2 times, her lead is gone. It's one of the most momentum-based hero in the game. Nisha farming it up, but now gets found up. Epicenter's gonna get channeled up. Does he have Stone Gaze? Silence right now. Ravage is gonna be used, but this is more or less a defensive Ravage. Nisha is gonna actually stand and fight, and it's actually gonna take down the Timbersaw. Never mind about the defensive Ravage. It's gonna be DNZ being caught up on the left line, but he'll blink out. 2 dead.
All right, that was a pretty good one, but they need to be careful. I think the last time they ran into so much issue is because they were not very careful with you know, how they position themselves on the map without a Ravage.
Oh, can they take this Roshan quickly enough? 25 seconds to the Timbersaw. Timber can buy back, but probably doesn't want to here. Exotic there pops the ultimate. Courier coming in, trying to scout things out. That Courier is so dead. And that is a fight into the Aegis. Seems like Team Kinguin is right back in this game.
I think they still need to be like a little bit cautious without the Ravage.
Doesn't seem like it. They're straight up pushing right in. There's no Ravage, but there's also no Epicenter. I guess that's
a Bloodlust, Mask of Madness, Medusa.
All
Oh,
over.
what a deny.
Good stuff. Top lane DNZ. Just split pushing. Ooh, he's fine. Oh, he's on the high ground, so there's no vision for lift. Good stuff. Oh, that's a big snake.
Well, Ravage is off back in 40 seconds. There's no more tier 2s to take, so I wonder if they're going to do their high ground push as soon as it's up.
I don't think they're itemized for the high ground yet. They definitely want BKB on the
bottom
Brute.
lane. A lot of heroes here. I think Patos is dead. I don't think he can get away from it.
He's got Hood, he's got Mech. Gonna pop both of them right now before he loses all his mana. And Nisha gonna pop his ult and he's gonna fight.
How come he
Everybody's
slipped him?
I don't know.
Patos is out.
I think his team is also wondering why that happened. They got the Stone Gaze though.
Yeah. Or they're gonna fight. They're gonna shrine. They're fighting into a shrine.
Oh, the Broodmother gonna get brought down here by DNZ as well as the help of that Sanity's Eclipse. Very good fight. No Mech or Hood to back him up there, and that's gonna be another tier 2 here for Penta Esport. Can't make too many mistakes. And they're threatening high ground, yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
game
think they
is...
can still fight though, even if they're Ogre's about to come back up. I think they can still fight with just a Ravage and a Bloodlusted Medusa.
They have Blink Ravage, and now they're gonna find the Tie Hunter. Uh-oh, Tie in a lot of trouble. He's out of mana. He's dead!
That is...
There is no Ravage. Nisha on the left side here, killing the waves pretty fast, and push him away. Push him away. Oliver straight up hitting the buildings. Mystic Snake flying out, getting Nisha a little bit of mana. Boogie's standing in there. Burrow Strike on the left side from DNZ. And can they catch anybody? Arc sending on the high ground. Just looking for a lift. Force that forward. Looking for any lift. Blinks forward. And there's that lift.
Go, and here's a Burrow Strike steal.
Yep. That should be one kill. Oh my god, everyone's missing! No! Not like this, Penta Esports. Just a clean escape. They get a tier 3 for nothing. Oh no. So much mom spaghetti. All over the place right now.
I mean, like you said, the Broodmother just kind of like losing momentum. I'm pretty sure he's only gained like 2,000 gold in the last, 5 minutes or something. His next item of choice is going to be Chrysalis, so... Crit? Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the crit stick.
This is like a very traditional way of playing Brood, right? Just kind of split push into team fights. I think it's crit into Blink Dagger is where the build ends.
I mean, if he's gonna go for Chrysalis, that probably means he's going for Bloodthorn, right?
Sure.
I don't think he's gonna go for Daedalus. Which in that case, I'd much rather see an Orchid first.
You might just go full Daedalus. I mean, your right click damage is increased by quite a bit with the with your ult. And you can take your ult talent. It makes it like plus 200 at 25. Top lane, Penta getting the last tier 2. And against the Lycan lineup, these tier 2 are very important. They're not threatening high ground, so Penta or Kinguin needs to come back and defend.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Medusa shows up, chops up all the creep waves, and everybody will reset.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Well, Aegis is gonna run out soon. Doesn't look like they're gonna have an opportunity to make use of it. They're trying to chase here. I think they might be able to catch one. He has Blink. Catches him.
Lifts.
Right.
Gonna be a kill. Ravage is available, but looks like the Bane's gonna be dead. Stolen shapeshift. Catsor's out of there. Now Oliver running away. Shrines. They're gonna, looks like, go for Boogie, but look at that wolf. The little wolf go. It could lift if he wants. Just right clicking. Shooting out some tiny laser beams. And And that will be the engagement. By the way, this network ref looks like a very unhealthy pair of boobs. Just want to point that out for the viewers at home. Tidehunter coming back in. Pipe is going to be his next item of choice.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
It's a very back and forth game. Seems like both sides is kind of like making small mistakes, taking turns making small mistakes. Lycan trying to take down the ranged racks, takes it down to 350 or 341 life. So this ranged rack's probably going to get sniped sometime soon if they don't constantly take care of this lane.
Yeah, of course the wolves could also just snipe the shrines. Slowly chip away. Uh-oh, Medusa by herself. Stone Gate's gonna get used, but now banished. So they waited out, and they will burrow strike him down.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, Epicenter is gonna be there. And yep, that is gonna be the kill. Oliver is now dominating. That's 70 seconds without Medusa. They will push the bottom side of the map. Tier 3 is down. And this could just be straight up Rax. Ravage? 50 seconds away. There's no way to defend without Ravage, right? And Dusa. The
I think this is a lane of Rax.
Yeah. Farming a little bit too aggressively. Nisha will get punished.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Look at that Bane, man. Aggressively looking forward. Ooh, they stacked their stuns a little bit.
Dire's bottom barracks.
The NZ should probably Sandstorm to not give away the steal. No, they grip him again. Offensive Sandstorm.
Alright, here we go. First strike.
Yep, that's a kill. Katsur didn't have the no field on defensive aspects. So he's going to get brought down. Katsur will buy back here. Tier 3 in the mid lane dropping low very fast as well. They do have Ravage in 10 seconds. Here comes the Brewmother. Pops the BKB on Boogie, but Boogie very tanky. Now goes on Arc. Arc has a 4-staff. That is a 10-second BKB on the Brood. And unable to do really anything.
Wow, that's actually it. So they lose a lane of Rax and they lose another tier 3, like, and they get nothing out of it. This is looking like it's slipping away from Kinguin rapidly.
You'll
You find the
Scepter.
Sand King.
Blink out. He's fine. They don't find anybody.
Roshan up soon as well. Actually, it's up right now. So if they wanted to go for it. I mean, I think this is going to be the game decider right here. This next Roshan fight. I think if Kinguin aren't able to contest it well enough, the game might just be over.
And it feels like Nisha
but
pretty much needs 2 lives to actually take on these fights.
yeah, he has his damage, but I mean, apart from that, that's it.
They're going to start things off here. Wolf's going to scout things out. Shotgun flying in, trying to annoy them a little bit. Exotic Dare is actually dealing a ton of that damage to Roshan. And how will Radiant fight this? Fight's gonna happen on the mid lane here. It's gonna be Liza in low trouble. Ravage gonna spend just to make sure they get that kill, but they don't even get it. Stonegate's gonna get used. Grip on the spiders. They really want OD. 4-staff. Looks like he's gonna get caught. He is gonna be dead. On the left side, Boogie's gonna be fine. Wolf running crazy in this team fight. DNZ in the middle of everything. 3-man Burrow Strike. He will get himself out. The Gutch is gonna slow him down. Can they bring him down? Yes, multicast on the stun. 2 dead. And back into the Roshan pit they go. But look at what Oliver's at. He's going down the mid lane, threatening a lane of Rax for the Roshan. There is no creep wave support because it's being cut off by Patos on the mid lane. Looks like Roche is going to go down. And Kinguin, yeah, back in it. Aegis and Cheese delivered, distributed up. Whew, this game.
It's constant back and forth, but it's really important that they were able to win that engagement. Catching out the OD like that was extremely important, and now that they have the Aegis, I mean, this is once again a very even game.
Can you talk to me about the item build on OD? I mean, Shiva's Guard is really nice, but I do feel like BKB might have been more effective for these fights.
I mean, I think like BKB obviously would have been great since he was caught out there, but I mean, but most of the Bane snipes the courier.
Yeah.
Like most of the engagements they've been taking, like Lycan and Timbersaw kind of just go in and cause havoc. Like it's really difficult for Kinguin to position themselves when both of those heroes are just running at you, right? But this is the one time where OD gets caught out first, and because he's out of position, then like the BKB looks amazing.
Yeah. So I guess
I
it's
think,
more of a kind of bad place, bad time kind of thing.
yeah. I think this build is like perfectly fine. Like it gives him, you know, the damage, the AOE, you know, the utility. Nothing wrong with the build, and he is gonna go for the BKB next, anyways. So 10% cooldown reduction on Timbersaw.
Seems good. Casts a lot of spells.
Alright, and now Medusa almost at the Scotty. Once he gets Scotty, I mean he's gonna be a lot more difficult to deal with.
Scotty and 25 as well. Suddenly, like, can't really ignore her anymore.
Oh, Spider's trying to find RMN. Medusa trying to make a gank at.
I mean, Medusa's gank is just running straight at you, right?
I mean, if he had Scotty, there's
That's a kill,
actual
yeah.
chance. Doesn't have it yet. Broodmother almost has the Bloodthorn as well. This is going to be quite problematic for the Timbersaw. If he
Sure.
gets Bloodthorn.
Timbersaw not working towards the BKB. It looks like it's going to be an Aghanim Scepter. Has to go for it, but maybe wants to save a bit for buyback. Lycan is hanging out in the trees up top, looking for a shapeshift kill. And so is RMM on the right side of the map. They're ratting it up.
He's in a lot of trouble here. Gonna change over. Dude, look at how much that Enfeeble does. Lower than Medusa's damage to the point where he was able to tank like a good solid 5 seconds of him getting hit.
This Broodmother has 8 webs on him, but just lagging it. This is like first time I've really seen this. I guess he just want to save it for the actual fights.
Yeah, he learned his lesson. He was like, I'm not risking it anymore. I'm gonna hold on to every single web.
I mean, I guess at this point you don't really need webs that much.
Well, and now Kinguin are just kind of waiting it out. Like they have the Aegis, but they don't want to do anything. They're just kind of waiting for their cores to finish off their items. Like Scotty is now finished. If you wanted to, and Broodmother also has Bloodthorn, so Broodmother damage output gonna be a lot higher now as well.
If he could actually get on targets, which
Yep.
Broodmother, kind of like the melee carry issue. There's a lot of force staffs in the game. People could save each other with things like Burrow Strike, Astral.
Yeah, he has a little more help now though, at least. You know, you have a Medusa that's about to hit 25. You know, the split shot Scotty actually helps you a lot in terms of catching people, and then you know you always rely on your Tide Hunter to Ravage, as well as a Rubik to lift and steal Burrow Strike, for example. So there's a lot of potential for control here.
Aegis will time out. Medusa queuing up for Milner, which surprises me a little bit. But I guess the lightning is gonna be like that's such a huge damage increase, since all of your shots will also split lightning.
It's really good for the Timbersaw as well as all the Lycan creeps. So
Sure. Don't forget that the Necrobook could just purge off the lightning shield. So it
yeah.
is.
I mean, while that's the case, you know, you're mostly using it to proc the lightning with your attack.
Sure. But I'm just saying that that's something that Oliver could remember doing. Although in the chaos of the team fight, sometimes it might be hard.
All right, Medusa is almost at 25. I can't really imagine anything else they could be waiting for. All right, he's there. 25. Now what? there's just
Nisha
like,
just
waiting.
pings mid. Let's go. Yep, they're just going. Big snake down the mid lane. Ooh. Here comes Penta Sports. Want to take a fight here. Smoke up used.
Oh, they're gonna just miss
They're
each
gonna
other.
walk right into the scan. That was a radiant scan. Excuse me.
Wow, they just.
I think
Just missed
Kinguin
each
just
other.
pops out of here and push. They could get so much damage on the tier 3. This is so obvious.
I think they will in a moment
Yeah.
when they realize.
Let's go. Yep.
Here we go.
Pops the MOM, and the line's gonna get drawn to push bottom. I don't think they could do it that quickly. And now Kinguin walks to the bottom. It's gonna be a Bane. Immediately dead. That's a buyback. Oliver's backdooring right now as we speak. He's running into the Raxus. So let's see how much can they do. Oliver on the Rax. Gonna force 3 TPs. 4 TPs being used, but TPs are being cancelled on the back line here. And now it's gonna be Kotkor going down and immediately grip as well as banish. Oh, but there's still gaze! And now Dusa pops out of the gaze. Right clicking a lot. BKB's gonna get used. And there is an epicenter on top of that Dusa. Dusa losing a lot of HP. The Ravage on 3. The mech! Bring him back here. Anisha right clicking away with Scotty. But it's not gonna be enough here. Mana's being drained. Ark's gonna protect himself. Pato's gonna go down. There's a cheese being used. Dusa second life. Can they bring him down? Ark running away. Scotty slowing him down. And the snake not gonna be enough. They send her up in the air. Nisha now force that forward. Going on Ark. Ark didn't make it over the trees here. DNZ Burrow Strike up here. They're controlling the Dusa. Meanwhile, looks like Lycan has died in the background, trading his life for a melee Rax. Dusa still right-clicking away, not doing that much damage, all things considered. Gonna pick up the gem. And is he gonna retreat or is he gonna stay? He's gonna D-ward a little bit right now. Farm a little bit because it's Dusa. Could maybe even go for that melee Rax. What an interesting turn of a team fight. He just says, alright, nobody's hitting me, let me hit the Rax. Oh no! DNZ blinks in and defensive Yule's gonna be there. They could Astral, but they actually stunned him up. There's a silence. Boogie being pushed back. Nisha finally takes that melee Rax, and now they will go to the bottom. Look like Milner is going to get delivered out onto the Dusa, and that's going to increase her damage by quite a bit. Nisha right-clicking away. Tier 3, going to be dead. Burrow Strike landing on the Brewmother. Brewmother popping the BKB and her ult, just going ham. Oh, look at all of that HP being drained back. Gem, another one being dropped. Nisha. Looks like he is going to make the spot for Mjolnir. Oh, he doesn't. He needs a spot for Mjolnir. Courier flying away. Does he want to take the team fight, or is he gone? Ooh, the gem. Okay, the... No. Oh. Alright.
Got the jump back. And they got the...
Alright. Well, that team fight was... Here's the thing, right? That team fight was really awkward. I'm not sure if Dusa can't be killed, because she died once, and she had to use a cheese as well. That was the only...
yeah.
That team fight was only possible because they have Aegis and cheese.
I mean, that team fight was only possible because they didn't want to...
Team fight. Oliver was
give up
also...
Rax.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they... Yeah, that team fight only happened because they were all split up and you know, got 2 TPs cancelled.
Spiders giving a little bit of vision. Exotic there. Here comes Dusa. Oh, this is such a good position for the Dusa. Look at the damage. The lightning's going to be there. But there's a sleep on Nisha. They take off the sleep, and it's going to be 1 dead, 2 dead. Exotic there. Looks like he's claimed the Aegis, and now Oliver trying to do what he can. DNZ is going to allow his core to run away, but the Yule Scepter is going to send him up in the air. Does he blink away? Yes, he does. That was the defense of Yule's.
But who got the cheese?
Not too sure.
Lycan stole the cheese. Lycan stole the cheese. But Refresher Shard.
Lycan might needs to use it right now. He is banished. He doesn't have the BKB. And no cheese because he's stunned. He does have the buyback. Yeah, I think so too.
This is double Ravage too. They didn't even use it yet.
Well, it still seems like the Medusa, despite all of the nerfs, does not matter. Don't care. Ravage, number 1. Refresher Shard not even being used yet. Just holding the Ravage for the rainy day. Okay, nice Burrow Strike coming in. And they call it the GG.
The GG is called, so this is where you use it.
There you go.
Ravage. Look at that.
And the backstroke.
Dude, you got a backstroke, refresher charge into backstroke. I think I'm not entirely certain, but I think it refreshes your taunt cooldown.
You know, we could test it out right now.
Go test it.
Yeah. But any final thing to say about this game?
I mean, that was as back and forth as it gets. That was a really hard one to call, but I mean, the Medusa prevails. I think that was just like really good team fighting from Kinguin at the very end of the game. I think like the thing was, I felt like Kinguin were actually in a really good spot to win that game all the way through until they decided to just like take all these really weird engagements where they just got picked off one by one and then ended up almost losing two sets of racks because of it. But I mean, they still clawed their way back in. So
yeah, the Broodmother scoreline, 12-2, right? That looks really good. Except the 2 deaths that he had was really the momentum like swinging all the way back to Penta.
Well, let's see what kind of adjustments they make for the next game. I actually think you just get rid of Medusa. Still.
Yeah, and Tide maybe. I just think that these are 2 of Kinguin's best heroes. But we're gonna take a short break, guys. We'll be back for game 2. Meanwhile, I'm gonna test whether you can refresh taunt. Very important for the science of Dota 2. But we'll be back in a bit.